Welcome back to Podcast 11. And today we're going to talk about why a lot of people don't believe in God. Now, at first, you might think that the reason why a lot of people don't believe in God is because there's no evidence or there's nothing to back that up. Or like science, like all the advancements we made as humans, like that kind of just like disproves God. And it sounds like a reasonable thing to think, right? Until you actually look at the science, right? And, me and my friend, we were sitting in class, right? And I asked him, we have AI on our Chromebooks or something like that. So it's like on Google search, if you know what I mean. So basically, what we did is I put in Google search, what happens if the Earth was like 1% closer to the sun or something like that, and you'd expect nothing to happen. It's just 1%. Not that big. Somehow, like I don't even know. Somehow it's like almost a world-ending event. Like I don't even get that, right? And now the friend I'm talking about, he doesn't believe in God. And let me tell you, he's really smart. He's like 400 IQ, okay? Like he's a smart guy. And he's in you know what I'm saying? Like I believe he is an atheist, but he keeps telling me he's an agnostic, but it doesn't really matter. It's practically the same thing. It's like, and then he told me, like, I wasn't even trying to prove God to him directly, but I was just asking random questions, you know what I'm saying? And he was like, well, there's something called like observer bias, where it's like you're just looking at stuff that supports what you think. And that's a really smart response, right? Until, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I wasn't looking at it with, it wasn't even like, it was literally, what if this happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, and there was a bunch of questions we asked on the Chromebook. For example, we asked, what if, the sun was 10% larger, right? Well, guess what? Everyone dies, okay? Like, somehow we're dead, all right? What if the sun was 10% smaller? Well, I guess we're dead, all right? And you might be like, well, yeah, that doesn't prove God, because I said so. Like, okay. And one thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is so much evidence, right? And yeah, you could say observer bias, right? Yeah, okay. That doesn't change the evidence. It's just, yeah, you can interpret it differently, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. Like, the Earth is exactly where it needs to be. You know what I'm saying? And that was the questions we asked on the Chromebook. It was like, what if the Earth was farther away from the sun by 10%? We're dead. What if it's, what if the Earth is 10% larger? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, now you might be thinking, well, yeah, 10% is, you know what I'm saying? That's huge, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just like the Earth is exactly where it needs to be. And it's like, it is super weird. And we also figured out, right? We also figured out that, like, how the magnetic field of the Earth kind of like protects you from most of the radiation, right? From the sun. Well, on the ISS or whatever it is, the International Space Station, they get like, 10 times the radiation dosage from the sun than we do on Earth or something like that. And that friend I was talking about, right? He was like, oh, we're gonna get on Mars someday. And he didn't say it exactly like that, but you know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, we're gonna get in Mars someday. And us humans, we have unlimited potential. And you know what I'm saying? Like, and I know some of you in the audience, you might agree with what he's trying to say, right? And I'll be honest with you, it sounds so stupid. Like, not him, but like us, human beings, even gonna get on that planet, bro. Hold on. You know, I'll be honest, like, you know, it sounds reasonable. Like, yeah, I mean, I guess we could get to Mars, right? I don't know about getting back. Like, buddy, you're gonna like just die. Like, I would be surprised if you even like live. Like, so here's the thing, right? So we searched up the radiation dose, like the radiation from the sun, like how much the dosage would be. You know what I'm saying? It was like 700 times what you get on Earth. So like your chances of getting cancer and like aging from the sun is gonna go 700 times faster, bro. And also a few weeks ago I watched this like documentary or whatever, and it was basically on like the effects of zero gravity on the human body, right? And basically you're kind of chopped. Like, I'll be honest, like you're your body is designed to be on the Earth, and like it's like when you're in zero gravity, your heart, like it literally screws up your organs, and like it literally causes them to decay and like adapt to zero gravity. So like if you try to return to Earth, you're gonna have like heart failure and you're just gonna die. And you might be like, oh, you're like overshooting. No, I'm not overshooting it. I mean, it will happen, but like on Mars, it's like 1/3 the gravity. So like, I mean, I believe like what are we gonna do on Mars? Just think through that. There's nothing there. It's literally toxic, bro. Right? And I'll be honest, like, you gotta really admit, like, everything comes together exactly the way it needs to be, right? And the sad reality of why, like, most people don't believe in God is because they don't want to. It's not because they don't want to. They do not want to see God. And they're not gonna, like, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter. And it's sad. It's true. And you know what I'm saying? Like, all right, here's like, let's say, all right, suppose, like, I know there's somebody listening to this right now that, like, they're skeptical. You know what I'm saying? You're that person that you want to find out the truth. You know what I'm saying? You don't want no bias, no nothing. You want to know for sure, 100%, that, you know, God is there, right? And obviously, you can, right? There's a way. So, you know, like, like, obviously there's evidence for stuff, right? But if you want 100% certainty that you know God, that God is real, here's how you do it. Here's how you do it. This is how you do it. You get it. You have a relationship with Him. That's how you do it. And you're like, well, wait, how does that make sense? So, yeah, I know that there's no such thing as 100% proof, right? I mean, I could die right now. But you know, when you have a relationship with somebody, you have a relationship. And that's like between two people, right? And obviously, so if you really want to know God, have a relationship with Him. Like, oh yeah, it's definitely how it works. Yeah, anyways, yeah, I'm not really good at multitasking, so, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, alright, anyways, back on topic, right? So, we asked all these questions on the Chromebook, right? And, like, I'll be honest, like, it didn't matter what question it was. If any of the questions we asked happened, it would screw everything up. For example, we asked, what if everyone was gay? And you might be like, okay. So let's suppose everyone's gay. Like, everyone in the world is now gay, okay? You might be like, yeah, I think we're cooked. And you might, well, yeah, here's why, right? Well, now nobody can reproduce, okay? Now everyone's gay, okay? Yay, we're gay. Like it's not gonna work. like, we're gonna go extinct, like, instantly. Like, everyone's dead, all right? And you know why? Because we weren't designed to be gay, all right? You can't reproduce by being gay, okay? You could try, but it's not gonna work. I don't know who you think you are. It's not gonna work. And there's a reason why God said, just don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, some people, they get mad because, like, oh man, God, he got all these rules, bro. Thou shalt not, the 10 Commandments didn't say thou shalt not kill. It said thou shalt not murder, okay? All right. That's something that friend of mine always says. Honestly, I try to pray for him a lot. You know what I'm saying? There's just... But don't, like, if you have faith and believe in God, don't let the non-believers discourage you, okay? Now, yes, they could be Albert Einstein level IQ, and they could be the smartest people you know, right? You know what I'm saying? Just, do you think they're bigger than God, bro? Like, do you think God's gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should be thankful that, like, you know God. You know what I'm saying? That you have faith in him. You should be thankful, because, like, you should be thankful. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's many people that wish they could have a relationship with God, but they weren't able to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's because what Jesus did on the cross that you're even able to have that relationship without having him getting mad of our sin. I mean, yes, God hates sin. That doesn't change. But because of Jesus, he pays for it. And you're able to turn away from your sin and, like, pursue God because of that, basically, without your sin getting in the way. And that doesn't mean you keep sinning, obviously. That means you repent. You know exactly what I'm trying to say. But basically, right? Now, here's an analogy that I kind of realized yesterday. And, right, so imagine you have a pen, right? Now, obviously, everybody on this planet is going to agree. No, everyone will say that somebody made this pen. This pen came from somewhere, right? And you could say that with a tennis ball. Yeah, somebody made that. Somebody put time in that. I don't know who did it, but I know somebody made that. But everyone is going to agree that we make stuff and somebody made it, right? But for some reason, as soon as it's like, oh, God created us. God created everything. They're like, oh, sorry, man. Nah. I'm sorry, man. God's not real, bro. I'm sorry. I think you're just stupid. Yeah, God, sorry, man. God's not real. Right? Nah. Hey, we go to school, right? Yeah. Somebody made the school. Oh, of course somebody made the school, bro. There's plaques that, like, have the extensions. I don't know. Like, people make the school. Yeah, somebody made the school. I don't know who did it, but I'm going to school every day, so yeah, somebody made the school. Of course somebody, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a stupid thing. Like, everyone's gonna say that it's not a trick question, bro. Like, you can't get out of this question. And it's super, it's right there in front of you. You just have to, like, swallow your pride and just, you see, God's like, if you don't want to see God, he's not gonna bother you, right? And you're gonna learn the hard way, all right? But God's not gonna leave you with there's no excuses, right? And I feel like a lot of the times the reason why another good reason why people don't believe in God is because they don't want to be held accountable, right? They think that, oh, God's not real. I can do whatever I want. And it's, like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, without God, the reason why we're here and the reason why there's order, the reason why we do things as humans, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have cars. Every car is a car, you know what I'm saying? Like, if the car doesn't have wheels, you're not going to move. If the car doesn't have an engine, it's not going to move. If the car has no doors, you're going to fall out. I mean, it'll still work, but no doors. You know what I'm saying? I'm a human. If I have no arms, I'm still okay. But if I have no heart, I'm dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I keep going on and on. What do you got to say? Do you think God's real?
Yeah.
Alright, guys. So thanks for listening to this podcast. Make sure to come back for the next podcast. Now, honestly, we're gonna see where this podcast goes. I want you guys to know that God loves all of y'all very much. Thanks for listening, and make sure to come back for more.